I never thought I'd see this. Hugh Hewitt has never been a big Trump fan. That's putting it mildly. Most would put hiim in the never-Trump camp. But in an op-ed piece he just published with the Indepedent, Hewitt put together a stunning piece detailing all of President Trump's glowing accomplishments. It's titled "White Trump Will Win in 2020 and It Won't Even Be Close," and it's a fantastic read. Here's a portion. The 2020 election isn't going to be close. The first quarter gross domestic product growth rate of 3.2% sets up the first reality that will be noted in November 2020 because it telegraphs where the economy will be then, not in recession. Recessions are charted when GDP growth is negative for 2 consecutive quarters or more. That can and has occurred in sudden fashion. Financial panics don't send save-the-date cards. But the economy over which President Donald Trump is presiding is strong and getting stronger. Innovation is accelerating, not declining. A recession before Election Day looks less and less likely by the day. Small wonder then that Trump dominates the GOP with an approval rating above 80%. His administration's deregulatory push is accelerating. More and more rule-of-law judges, disinclined to accept bureaucrats' excuses for overregulation, are being confirmed to the bench. Readiness levels in the U.S. military have been renewed. America's relationship with its strongest ally, Israel, is at its closest in decades. Meanwhile, the Democrats are facing a Hobbesian choice of Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris, or former Vice President Joe Biden. Sanders and Harris are too far to the left, Sanders by a lot. Biden is far past his best years. The nice folk lower down are looking for other rewards. The nomination going to someone such as Pete Buttigieg, mayor of Indiana's South Bend, is possible, I suppose, but what happens when the dog chasing the car catches it? What was an entertaining and amusing aside suddenly becomes a commitment and, with that, well, comes a barrage of attacks. Where Trump deflects incoming with ease, the Democrats scatter, some limping away, some blown out of the picture. This will come as news to #resistance liberals, who are certain Trump will lose, because they dislike him so much. They still haven't figured out that 40% of the country love him and at least another 10% are very much committed to considering the alternative in comparison to Trump, not reflexively voting against him. That decile is doing very well in this economy. Unemployment remains incredibly low. The markets are soaring. That's not a given for the fall of 2020, but better to be soaring than falling 18 months out. On immigration, border security has always been a legitimate concern, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement a legitimate agency. People don't talk much about it as they decline to state anything that will see them labeled racist, but the reality of open borders is understood to be an unqualified disaster by most of the country. And most of the country understands the Democrats to be arguing for a de facto open border system, if not a de jure one. The Green New Deal sounds like a bad science fair project where the smart kids got the colors to combine via an elaborate device and make all the lava flow black down the volcano's sides and the village is destroyed. Medicare for All is a Professor Harold Hill production, headed for Iowa as was The Music Man. There's not a lot of serious thinking or talking among the Democrats about the People's Republic of China and the 9-dash line in the South China Sea, which many may think is some sort of shorthand for their marks on the debate stage, or Huawei, which is just too complicated to try to debate in 5-minute exchanges. Senator Elizabeth Warren's turn as Madame Defarge may even wake up some of the wealthy woke to their peril. It's a circus coming to a cable news network near you soon. Last week's message from a booming economy should have rocked the Democratic field. Alas, the party seems collectively intent on poring over the Mueller report yet again in the hope that, somehow, someway, there's something there. But the probe is over. No obstruction. Thank you, Hugh. We agree. You might like previous post previous next post next. Let's block ads. Why?